Hey PMP aspirants, many of you are still struggling to achieve the PMP. I am going to give you a small brief highlights of each phase of each process group so you can actually understand the flow project management and can pursue PMP journey. My name is Dr. Muhammad Imran. I am an PMI authorized trainer for PMI PMP as well as other PMI trainings. So let me show you how the project starts before the pre-project, what activities are done, and how we reach to the project management plan. So before the project starts, in each organization, there are business analysts who work on the products and they try to prepare the feasibility study, business case, and benefits management plan for many options available to fulfill the gap. The process is called as need assessments. In needs assessment process, business analysts try to find out multiple ways to reach the vision of the organization and what are the gaps. Then those feasibilities are represented to the board or the shareholders, and then they decide which project or which option to start with. So the option which is selected by the board or by the chairperson or by the shareholders or stakeholders. Now, business analysts prepare another document called as business case for that selected project, which contains the reason why this project is selected, and also the benefits management plan, which contains the financial feasibility of the option, what will be the benefit to cost ratio, what will be the net present value of the money, present value of the money, and future value of the money which is going to be invested, what will be the payback period, what are the constraints, and what are the assumptions they are making to make this feasibility study. Once these three documents are ready, then customer go and search for the sponsors. The sponsor is hired and they make an agreement that, okay, we'll provide you the resources to complete the project. Once a sponsor is hired, then a sponsor work with the customer to find a seller. So sponsor select a seller from the people who submitted the bids. And once the seller is selected, seller nominates a project manager and a document is issued by the sponsor called as project charter. This document can be prepared in collaboration with the sponsor and project manager, but it must be signed and approved by the project sponsor. So this charter is actually the property of project sponsor. Anything which needs to be done or updated in this document can only be done by the sponsor. Charter contains the high-level scope of work, assumptions, constraints, major milestones of the project, what will be the project manager name and authority, who will be the stakeholders, initial list of the stakeholders, what are the constraints, what are the acceptance criteria, and what are the exception criteria that they should not be done, and what could be the high-level risk related to the project. It can be a proper template or it can be on email. It doesn't matter. It depends on the type and size of the project. Once charter is issued and project manager has a charter with his or her name in the project charter, then project manager goes to PMO in the organization who is responsible to provide the resources and governance and standardization for the projects. So they provide relevant resources in the form of team, and then project manager starts working with the team. They first prepare the project management plan. Once it's prepared, then it is submitted to the sponsor. Once the sponsors approve it, then ultimately project team starts working on the project deliverables. They keep releasing the deliverables based upon the frequency set. There will be a phase gate meeting where business case, benefits management plan, and project charter will be reviewed by the change control board, by the project manager, that the project is still business viable or not. If not, what changes we can done, or should we stop the project or terminate the project now, or kill the project. So this is also called as kill point, or it is also called as toll gate. And as number of phases will be delivered, so that's what we call it project life cycle. The number of phases which needs to be completed to deliver the project is called as project life cycle. It can contain X amount of phases because every project is unique and they will have different number of phases. And we do all the projects to deliver the product. So we have a product life cycle which contains all the things from idea to operation to phase out. So we actually do project to create the product, to deliver the product, to maintain or sustain the product, and to discard or phase out the product. That's how we do the project management. And for any changes, after the approval of the project management plan, it can only be done with the help of change request. For change request, we need to establish a change control system, which contains the artifacts, which contains the tracking methods. Artifacts like we should have the change request form, we should have the governance structure defined, we should have the change management plan, how the changes will happen. We should have the configuration management plan, that how the product configuration will be changed. Once these things are being done, so we will have the change request issued to the stakeholders. Stakeholder will submit their changes in the form of change request. As a project manager, I'm not the decision maker, so I will evaluate the changes. I will try to find out how this change will impact the project constraints like scope, schedule, cost, quality, risk, resource, and submit it to the change control board, where change control board will review it. If it is led by the sponsor, so they will make the decisions right away. Otherwise, change control board decisions will be sent to the sponsor. Whatever the outcome, as a project manager, I have to deliver the outcome to the stakeholders, that change request was filed, and I have to update the change log that it was accepted, rejected, or deferred. If it is accepted, we will change the baselines and get the approval. If it is rejected, we'll just inform them. If it is deferred, then we need to resubmit the change request. We do the change control systems to avoid gold plating or scope creep. Gold plating is something which is provided by the seller, while scope creep is something which is something asked by the stakeholders, not written in the project management plan, and we deliver it. So in gold plating, project budget doesn't change, but in scope creep, project budget changes and the sponsor becomes angry. So the purpose of integrated change control is to document all the changes so they can be backtracked and they can be validated. Once all the work is done, then project manager will have the quality control to check before it goes to the customer hand. Then the third party will come to inspect the deliverable. Then we will go to the customer or sponsor to validate or accept the deliverable. Once it is accepted, then we will go for the administrative closure. We will close the procurement, we will close the phase, and if it was the last phase of the project, then we will close the project. I hope that you might have a high level understanding how the project goes from charter to project management plan and to get the deliverable. In next upcoming videos, I will try to show you the whole flow of project management from first process till the last 49 process. Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Muhammad Imran. I'm a PMI authorized trainer for PMI, PMP, and other PMI certifications. See you in the next video. Thank you.